welcome back. Yes, I did not go anywhere. I am still here. I am working on my book. It's quite busy time. Today's video is about deception and lies. As you know, we are living in a world that is not what it seems. For the past 3,000 years, each 1,000 years brings more and more deception. It's being presented in different forms, by different media, by different people. The last 1,000 years, a lot changed. Many things that we were taking for granted or we are taking for granted are not so, and we are uncovering more and more information that what was presented to us is not so correct. As you can see here, one of the times right now is the holiday season, which is a fake holiday. We are lying to our kids every single year, telling them that there is Santa going to bring them some toys if they are good, which is extortion at the same time. At the universal level, a lie is a lie. You may say, well, but the intentions are good because we want to teach kids something. A lie is a lie, and the seed of lie cannot bring a fruit of truth. We do that every single year. This is, whatever you see, that's corporate holiday. It's supported, is sponsored by corporate world. It is a time that is supposed to mark a birth of some entity called Jesus. There was no one by that name born at that time, and you will never find any grave or historical facts about that such person was walking the earth. It is a lie and deception, because I already mentioned that in one of my videos previously. The Messiah is not a person, it's a message. It's not even a messenger, it's a message. It's a start of something fresh that was always happening during the winter solstice. That's where people were planning a goal for the next year. They were the one bringing the message of change, brand new message. I will cover that some other time, but you can see that those are all little things that we are not aware that they bring a lots of problems. Because the thought, the telling children that Santa is bringing the toys, or that there is this imaginary person born on that day, or mythical figure, those are lies. And universe does not recognize good intentions from bad intention, despite what the people from the personal development are trying to communicate. No, it is either a lie or it's not a lie. You cannot plant a seed of deception and expect something good growing out of it. Never happened. Let's move on. Let's take a look at this. The House GOP channel is presenting a lot of stuff that is designed to trigger your emotions, to be angry, to be upset, to hate someone. And of course, they also lie, they deceive, because they don't tell you the whole story behind why Lindsey Graham is having conversation or angry exchange with Omar. They don't say that. People believe that she's a terrorist coming from another country, and she somehow made their way to to Congress. That's not possible. To be in politics the way she is requires that she has a record, that she is fit to be there. I know you or anyone has a different political backgrounds, they follow different political ideology, and I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other. This is only to give you an idea that there are channels on YouTube that are designed to spread hatred, to trigger your emotions, the negative, to bring them to surface. Let's take a look on something else. You see this kid supposed to be vaxxed on the lunch break for a slice of pizza. And the guy who made that video, he has absolutely no idea what he's talking about. This is a child which is minor. When you teach kids something and you have a curriculum which parents don't approve, the teachers can still get away with that. But physically putting something in the body into that child without parents' permission is a serious crime. It's a huge problem. But internet or YouTube is full of stories like that, how they force unsuspected students or others to do that. It is better to be well informed that in case of minors, that is not possible. They cannot do that. It doesn't matter which country, which place, maybe North Korea, but not in Canada or US or UK or any countries in Europe. That's a big no-no, because they would be arrested and there would be a serious consequences of that. Here you see the frenzy about the bitcoins. When you look at this and you understand what Bitcoin is, what kind of currency it is and how it works, then you will understand that there is a lots of problems with that. And the promise that you can make a lot of money is very short-lived. This was done before with other stuff. At first, to make people go nuts, there are going to be moments where the value of that is going to go up. They did that with gold, silver, they've done it with all kinds of stuff. You remember the frenzy about the .com, how people were investing in this whole thing. Same thing is with this. Once the power goes off, there is no more Bitcoin, there is no banking, there is no money, there is no electronic exchange anywhere. All data is gone. Everything is gone. So having invested in this is a suicide. But do educate yourself. I am not going to tell you if you should or you shouldn't, because I am not in position to do that. However, I feel like I need to communicate that, because the people that are watching this stuff on this channel, they are smart people and they know what to do. More and more stuff you will see on internet is something like this, about the heart attacks, about in young men, because mostly young men are affected by that. It doesn't mean necessarily very young. It's the age should be from 20 to, let's say, 60. Those are this is the group where the heart attacks are going to be more predominant. This is not to say that the vaccine somehow is influencing that, because most likely does. I don't know, I am not a specialist, I am not going to comment on that. In fact, I don't think the people that designed the vaccine know that either, or any scientist or medical professionals know that as well. This is something new. However, I can tell you right now that because of the magnetic shift, because of the magnetic field is much weaker, we are more exposed to the cosmic rays and other frequencies which are influencing our body, our health, our well-being. It's a much more intensive or much more prominent factor contributing to those heart attacks. As you know, or may not know yet, but a lack of magnetic field or weak magnetic field can contribute to inflammation not only of the heart muscles, but ankles, intestines, and all kinds of swellings. This is how our body is reacting to toxins, because once the electric current is disturbed in our cells, the body is trying to protect itself, and this is how it reacts. For example, one of the side effects of the vaccine is diarrhea. As you know, when animal is sick, doesn't want to eat, just doesn't want to touch food. So are humans. When you are sick, you don't. The food tastes terrible. You don't want to eat. Diarrhea is a response. Our immune system is responding to that. That there is some intruder in the body. There is a toxin in the body or buildup of toxins in the body that the body needs to take care of. And that's why, as a precaution, our body shuts down the digestion system. And when you don't digest, when stuff is not processed, then there is diarrhea. That's my take. I am not a specialist in that field, but that's how I understand it. So this is kind of ironic, because the people that invented this whole COVID, they did not disclose to the public what this is for. The COVID is one thing, the vaccine is something else. And now, because of increase of heart attacks, the very same people that were vaccinated are the enemies of the drug companies. Not the people that were not vaccinated, but the people that were vaccinated. The tables are turning right now, and it's going to go really ugly. Really, really ugly. Because the numbers by the end of next year are going to be staggering. And people will look for revenge. So the people that own drug companies, they will be on a run. They will be seriously on a run, because people will try to hurt them. The situation, as I mentioned in my previous videos, is so daring that Fatima had to happen. As I progress with more and more videos, you will see that right now you may think, oh, this guy is crazy. He has no evidence that actually we can travel through time and go to Fatima to 1917 and warn people what is about to happen in 2030. That is not quite correct. We already have all the means to do that. It's just we didn't arrive to the point where this is going to be necessary, where two people have to go there and warn, give the warning to the people what is happening at 2030. It's not a pretty picture. That subject I will cover some other time in details, because I have a little bit more science to support that. You also understand, and you do probably saw in the news how Cuomo got in trouble with CNN, how things around are not going as planned, because he was good boy. He was trying to mandate everything, the masks and the vaccines and the restrictions and what's not, and suddenly something happened. And now things reversed a little bit. He is now going to be a bad boy. Always, the people that are trying to control something, they will lose. There is no other way out of it. The whole COVID is about to collapse in a very painful way, because if the people would step forward and say, no, situation is like this, the magnetic field is weakening, we are expecting X, Y, Z, therefore we need to do this and this and this. People would be more willing to participate, more willing to do something about it, than lie and then try to explain that later. This is a lost cause. This is a mess that cannot be fixed. And it's going to be only worse and worse and worse from this point on. Because there are going to be more, there is going to be more resistance, there is going to be more states, like in the case of US, separating from the Union. Texas is, or that's a guarantee within the next 3-4 years, is going to be gone. Florida is planning to do the same. I don't know about California and New York. They may form some kind of unity because they have similar views, but this whole thing is falling apart. It's all because of deception, because of lies. When you plant a seed of a lie, you cannot expect the truth to grow out of it. Never happen, ever. There is one brother, which I already mentioned, Cain, and the other is Abel. Abel is a guy who has long-term goals well planned. Cain is an idiot that is trying to monetize on the situation, on mess, exploit the situation in today's world. Because of course, when the story was written, it had a bit different meaning, and it was about the human character. And now you can see how that is materializing. And now, a bit good news announcement. Ta-da! You can see this is the sneak preview of the cover of the book. It's coming sometimes next year, maybe February, March. The things are moving forward, and I want to this thing to be the book to be really well done and to be properly advertised, properly to the right people, so it's received very well. So with that, this channel is going to be still for 1 more year, but I'm not going to produce any more videos here. I am taking the business of producing the material about the polar reversal and the mind-body-soul connection to another 2 different channels. The channel that is going to be addressing that is going to be the same as the title of this book, because after this book is published, I am already preparing a second book, which is only about polar reversal. And then there is coming after that the third book, which is about the metaphysics, the current metaphysics of our life, all the elements with the scientific part coming into it. So it's going to be a very interesting read, because I'm trying to, in areas where they were considered myths, where we can bring now science to it, where we can provide evidence, where we can show you actually how our physical body works, how the connection between those 3 parts that are residing inside of our physical body, how what the principles are, that will be explained in the third book. My channel, with my name on it, stefanpalczewski.com, is going to be personal blog where I will be posting headlines. I'm going to be looking at headlines in newspapers, in magazines, in YouTube, Facebook, and so on, bringing that stuff controversial many times to you, to viewer. So I am going to leave the links below this video so you can go and see and check when the channel is going to start producing that, and the website that is going to start making blog posts. The beginning or the end is going to be, as I said, two main themes. One is going to be about polar reversal, the other about mind, body, soul. Facebook is going to be only one Facebook page, not many, unless there is going to be need for form a group. So you may ask, what is going to happen with the novus animum? This is going to turn into either foundation or association, because I want to bring people in which are interested in this subject, in this stuff that I am talking about, and have similar interests, so we can form some form of group of people that can exchange information, ideas, experiences, so we can share that. Most likely it's going to be foundation, where most or at least half of the profits that are coming from either side is going to be diverted towards either producing more educational materials or help in somehow with the process of surviving and or supporting that process somehow. I don't know yet. This is everything for now on paper. So before I can finalize that, I'm just giving you a little peek-in so you can be aware that I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. If there are no videos, that does not mean that I disappeared. I'm simply very busy, and I'm dealing not only with all this, but also I have my own personal struggles. So please be understanding. All right, so thank you for watching this video today, and see you next time.